on camera. Oh my god, I missed this. Look who it is. Guess what we're doing today? Jumping. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Eventing Cannon here. So I'm on a mission to become a 2-star rider, but I've never jumped to 95 centimeters. So this is week 3 of my vlogging of my journey to 2-star rider, and boy, I feel like I achieved a lot this week. I was so proud of myself, so I really hope you guys enjoy this one. Oh my gosh, look at my cross country jumps. You can't judge. That's all I have. You think you were chasing cattle. Side is the jumps for this are in with the sheep and the cattle, and Rusty, his favourite pastime is to chase cattle, so he's definitely I know. So what I'm trying to work on here with Rusty is we've got our cross country jumps out in the paddock, and I find Rusty tends to kind of tank into the jumps. He loves to carry you into them, but the problem is he's also quite spooky, and I'm trying to work on him coming quieter, not quieter, but just more with me into the jumps. And then I find he tends to race off afterwards, even though it doesn't look that obvious on the camera, and he takes a while to come back to the trot in the walk. So I'm just having a play around on these little cross country jumps. So this is the first attempt at the big jump. He always is a bit spooky, and then he's like, oh, why am I spooking at it? So then I decide to come back around again, and fine, like, he was so cute. But then again, he tends to just keep cantering, and I have to be real quiet, bring him back. I actually forgot to record. I actually started recording after the jump. So here's like me just trying to get him to quietly come back to me. He just keeps trotting and trotting and trotting. And then he quietly comes back to me. But it takes a while. But he was a good boy. But I definitely felt like the first time back, holding rope, probably not the best idea of him. That was fun, but definitely found with Rusty, because it's been a while since Rusty jumped, so he was definitely a bit woohoo. So he wasn't really like listening that much, but that's right, it was fun to jump him. But I think next time I might just put the bridle on him, and like, because I want to be able to jump Rusty and be like learning with like sitting up into the jumps, like getting the feel of it, just using Rusty for fun, but learning for myself. So I don't actually really care if Rusty's like not perfect. Ideally, if I had all the money in the world, I'd be buying myself one of them like bitless bridles, because I think Rusty would go really nice in that, or a hackamore. But I don't know, I don't really know what's best for a horse, but I definitely think he's better in bitless. But I'll just have to put the bridle on him and just have some fun with him. Pretty boy. Oh, you're such a pretty man. Damn, boy, you're sexy. You're sexy. He looks like a fly. But I know he's happy because he always is like, I don't know, he gives me the impression he's happy when I put it on. So, it works. Won't ever see me writing about my sunnies. I actually have 3 pairs of sunnies because I'm really bad at like taking them off, putting them down somewhere, and then forgetting about them, and then I can't find them. But I need my sunnies, so 3 pairs is normally enough to just, oh, I found that one, I can use that one. For example, I lost these ones for like 4 weeks and then I found them. Go. So I'm currently on board of Miss Ruby at the moment. So I often quite like to let myself get quote unquote left behind and then trot up to see what the horses are like. Just because I like my horses to learn, not to be silly about being a little bit left behind and stuff like that. And I also go up and down any banks I can find. Oh, Pookie is very cute following Mum. I should have been recording that. But it's quite funny because up here we were walking to go aim to like the middle of the top, and Lulu got a bit excited and we're just trying to trot the hill, and Pookie, oh, he's such a weird one. He just like gets in the way. Like, he's not naughty, he's just still figuring his life out. And it's really good for Ruby, as we're walking up this, to just walk and not race with Pookie, even though Pookie's up her bum and everything. Like, she's come a long way just by having Pookie and just going out and just hacking and having no expectations on her. So we went up this really nice rough tucker hill. It's quite a bit of a walk, so we don't do this one too often because it obviously makes them use their bum muscles quite a bit. So today's walk is pretty much just literally going for a big walk, allowing the horses to just relax and just work on their bum muscles. And I always love that we can bring Perky, because with Perky suffering with his head flicking and then having a really weak back, just because he's building up that strength, it's really nice that he's happy just to follow, and he is generally just a happy little lad just coming up with us. I'm also currently working on it at the moment,
girl.
especially with Ruby. So when I'm out hacking, I'm not asking them to school or anything like that, but I am asking her to be forward through my leg and going where I ask her to go. So not in like a hassling way, but in a quiet way. So she learns to just be brave and confident, but learns to go out on her own because she needs to be going where I ask her to go without her getting all upset.
Oh, don't be dumb. Oh my god.
So Pookie got himself in a bit of a tiffle. So we went around a corner and then he was meant to follow us, but he decided he was going to go run back up the hill and try to come down the most steepest bank I've ever seen. Like, I was just watching him and I was like, what is he going to do?
He was meant to go round, but he's being dumb.
Here he comes.
Oh, come on! He chose the steepest part. Oh. Come on! You can do it! Oh, why did he chose the steepest part?
He's coming this way first.
Oh, no, he's fine. Here we go. He'll meet us around here. Come around this way, Pookie. Well, I actually got pretty good feeding. I'm quite impressed with him. Yeah, come on! Come on! Hope I've got him on camera. Hello, you made it! Far out, horse.
Sorry, Pookie was fine. Most horses are pretty good with their feet if they don't have a rider on them. So he's left him be and he figured his way out. So this is our last big stretch before coming home. So it's just a really big hill. Normally this is like a really good hill to go cantering up it. But we decided as soon as we went into the paddock, I was like, not like Ruby was being naughty and felt like she was like ready to go, but not in a way I would like. I think because she was anticipating going for a canter. So I was like, you know what? We're just going to walk up this hill. It doesn't help that Pookie was there ready to go because she loves to race Pookie, which I found out the hard way one time. So we just walked, nice and relaxed. And by the time you get to the top, she's figured it out. Like, she's not a dirty horse, but we don't want to teach habits that we don't want to be fixing. Like Rusty, for example. Love Rusty, but 14-year-old me cantered him up every hill, and now he loves to canter hills. But also, Rusty's defense, he loves hills, absolutely loves them. So, yes, learning from my mistakes.
Good girl.
So once again, I'm board a Hamlet to do the exact same thing we did last week, which is mini canter into jumps and waiting for the jump to come to me. Do you know something that's real funny that I learned about like the other day, and also it makes sense? So these people out there who are like extraordinary riders, you're like, how do they ride like that? How are they so good? In the day, 9 times out of 10, it's because they put in the time and the effort. There's a saying that you need to put 10,000 hours into something before you can be classed as a master or an expert. Most people who seem like outliers or extraordinarily talented have often just put in the time and effort. And it means if you put in the time and effort, you could be just as good. It's just literally putting in the hours. If you want to know more, I highly suggest reading Outliers. It literally shows that like outliers are outliers because of the amount of time and hours they've put into something, not because they're just extraordinarily talented, which sometimes people are, but it's actually just down to the time and effort. Post my mum showed me the other day, and it was saying that, so it's 10,000 hours to become an expert horse rider. If you do an hour a day, it will take you 29 years to get that 10,000 hours. So don't beat yourself up if you're not perfect yet, because it just takes time and doing the same things and just learning it until you master it. So keep trying, people. Let's see how silly. Oh, God damn it. Don't knock it, Hammy. Don't knock it, Hammy. Far out. So, did some jumping on Hamlet, and I find Hamlet gets quite strong and doesn't really listen coming into the jumps, and because of that he gets quite close, so I only keep to little jumps until I get nice jumps compared to like what I had before. So there I got a nice jump. I actually got the stride. So if I compare my first jump to my last jump, as you can see here, Hamlet is backing off because he's coming in too hot and not on his bum, so therefore he gets too close to jump and doesn't get a really nice shape. So then I work on making him sit back, and here he was more on his bum. He was waiting and not backing off, not hesitating, so that he got a much better jump. Also, I was quite proud of myself because I lifted up the jump to like 75 centimeters, which I hardly jump on him, and he did it so easily. Like, I'm feeling so much more confident on him. So I just ran him down these doubles. I like to do a couple of times before I then lift it up. But unfortunately, when I jumped the bigger height, I couldn't be bothered fixing up the striding. So as you can see here, the striding is way out. And I didn't jump it again because I was like, I can't be bothered fixing it because I'm lazy. No idea how much fun that was. I literally loved it. Hamlet's got his nose thing on. It's so funny though, because I was like, this year I was, I don't think I'll focus on Hamlet very much. I need to focus on Ruby and everything. But I'm like, after jumping Hamlet today, I'm like, this pony has so much to teach me, like a ridiculous amount. Like, he can be quite strong, and he's the type of pony who only jump the jump if you like ride him properly. So I think I might be doing a lot more jumping this year on Hamlet. I kind of want to go cross country jumping on him again. Is that a yes, Ham? Come on! My big boy. Just funny. Well, I was going through all of Pookie's albums, so I bought Pookie Sight Unseen of Event Stars. Lovely place. They're really great people. He came to us in good condition. It's nothing to do with them. But head flicking stuff is to do with what's on with our farm that's setting him off. But I was going through all of his videos and everything, and I was looking. I was like, oh shit, he looks so nice. Like, it gives me motivation just to keep trying and keep working towards Pookie, because hopefully he'll be worth it. Because he's got, so I was reading some books on eventing, and they say to look for a nice big kind head who is willing, brave and bold, and literally Pookie is all of that. So we're interested to see what he's like when we get him going, if we can get him going, what he's like when we get him going, because I really want to keep trying with him. So I've got a good feeling about him. So today's goal with Pookie was a test run to see if he would head flick. So I normally leave him for some time and then hop on him in the saddle to see if he's going to head flick, so we can learn more about what's triggering it. Unfortunately, this was not a successful ride. As you can see here, he's got his head down, he's got his ears kind of like splayed out, and I was like, oh, I got a feeling he's going to head flick. And you can also see the sun is quite bright, and I don't have his mask on him, which was a dumb decision from my behalf. Oh, far out. So as you can see here, Pookie is suddenly just involuntarily just flicking up his head. So pretty much what it is, unfortunately, is like an electric shock in his head. So he's been triggered. But it's not as bad as Willie normally is. He sometimes used to get to the stage where he would be so bad I'd have to hop off him. He was quite bad in this paddock with the sunlight, but as soon as we turned away from the sun, I was able to ride him home without the odd head flick, but not enough to like actually do anything else and walk him home, because when he gets like this, I like to respect the fact that he's not happy and just take him home and just leave him be for that day. So some of the symptoms he has is he will start rubbing his nose aggressively, and then he'll start snorting and blowing, and then he just goes to absolute town like this. This is the worst he got during the ride, and then when we turned around and went home, he got better. It was quite very, very frustrating watching this. It's very upsetting after all this work. It's been nearly a year since we've had this issue, and he's still going, so I had to keep trying. I'm too lazy to go get the horses up there, so I'm just leaving. So Ginger's just doing the work for me. Okay, so obviously not fun that Pookie's head flicking. It is a little bit frustrating that it's been nearly a year. What's coming up a year? That's right, you gotta keep trying. So probably the issue I made is that I took off his fly mask, his UV mask. I should have actually, oh Ginger, I should have actually had his mask on. I just wasn't expecting it to be that bright. And he looks like he's just hiding his head away, because head flicking horses tend to get also set off by light. And I'm also going to go, what are you doing, Ginger? This way. And I'm also going to go around and check his paddock again and spray for anything that he can get to, because I got a funny feeling he's been leaning over the fence. He's been getting it through, like he's been getting grass somewhere, so I'm going to go through and check that. I'm going to go back and check the calm, healthy horses and make sure I'm following their steps properly, because I really want to get on top of this, because it's a bit of a mission, but I definitely feel like we're getting there. It's just, we're just missing one little small part, but it's just what is it that we're missing? But hopefully we'll get there. You ready for your run? So So there's nothing like cheering myself up than going and having a ride with Hamlet and Rusty.
You go, whatever,
This is
Mum.
actually the first time Mum's came out where I'm riding Hamlet and Rusty's loose and Mum is with me. So that's the big step for Lulu because Rusty can be a bit of a pain and they get quite hot, these ponies. But Lulu, absolute legend of a pony. She was just so quiet and calm. And look at her cantering along here. She was quite happy just to potter along with us. Hamlet, on the other hand, is very much like, let's go. Same with Rusty, they want to race. So I just let them be. I love making them just canter up the hills and just leaving them be and do their own speed. Then I realised that Mum is all the way at the back because Lulu didn't have enough energy and just felt like stopping. So I thought I'd wait for Mum.
She found it out. She's like, no, mate. Right, I'm gonna go again. Get your bum out of the way, Russ. She's not fine. She's good. Rusty's so happy. I love. Yeah, I know. I love letting them be loose. Oh, where you going, Rusty? Rusty knows the way. Can you lead us? Can you lead the way?
I also did a perky and went up the side of the hill and realised I have to come down a really steep bank to come down. Like I knew Hamlet was fine, but I'm very much like I hate going down hills, so I was like, oh. So I was like, Hamlet, you just do the work, please.
Oh my god, that's so steep. Oh, far out. Yeah, we're good. Going the dodgy way home. Where's Rust? Oh, Rusty! No! No!
He's clever on his feet.
Yeah, he's pretty smart. There you go. Hey, Rust!
Probably cleverer than Perky.
He's very clever, that horse. What is he doing?
Okay, so I really love this shot because there's so much more behind it than you don't know. So first excuse my mum, she had long stirrups because we weren't expected to go for a canter. But my mum spent so many years raising me and sacrificing her own riding so I could go riding. And I haven't really seen my mum ride much over the last few years. And when I got a new horse, I said to Mum, please, we're going to buy you a horse, and this is Lulu. And Mum's confidence has been incredible, how much she's just improved in her riding, and she now gallops with me, so that's pretty incredible.
Just trying to eat. What do you want? You can't eat this.
So we're breeding the cattle at the moment, and I wasn't planning on doing some cross-country jumps, but when they're right there, you know, you might as well, like, come on. Okay, so I stole Lulu into some cross-country jumps, and oh my goodness, I was not expecting Lulu to be so bold and so lovely to jump, because we haven't actually really jumped her that much. This is the first time we've done cross-country jumps on her, and I am in love. Like, Mum, can I please steal your horse? Like, she is so lovely to jump. Like, imagine going and venting on her. I need to go out and do a shit ton of fucking out. So I'm delaying by eating instead. Anybody else do this?
No need to judge me. Alright, I don't need an audience. My little helper. Hey, Bear. I just panicked for a second because I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where is Rusty and Hamlet? Like, there is nowhere they could be hiding. And I was like, oh my god, like, where are they? And then I realised I've put them out to graze. I forgot they were there. I can't forget about them. They need to go back to the bed tonight. Don't worry, I didn't forget. I couldn't be bothered catching Hamlet, so he's just following. So I am a little bit annoyed with myself because it's currently 5:30ish right now, and I'm just about to take the sun visors off Pookie and Lulu and then go make dinner. I didn't get around to riding Ruby today, which is a bit of a pain. It's just poor time management on my half. I came in, had lunch, and then I couldn't go out because it was too hot at that stage to ride. And then I got absorbed into my social media work, and then I looked up and it was like 5 PM. I was like, oh, I can't be making dinner. So I definitely need to
be more onto it with like balancing my social media work and my own personal work with riding, to ensure that I'm doing the work I need to be doing to get into 2-star. It's not biggie because Ruby's been again, you know, ridden quite a bit recently, but I would have liked to school her today, but I'll take that on and learn that for next week.
So the next morning we decided to trial Pookie again because I was like, he needs his mask on, because I felt like that was the main reason. And on top of that, I changed his dosages to reflect what he might be feeling at the moment. And here I am going for a trot with no issues.
Ah, I didn't expect Ginger to be so slow. Pookie, go. Good boy, Pookie. Nice and lovely and forward. Oh my god, I'd missed this.
As you can tell, I canted Pookie in the saddle, out in the big paddock, no head flicking. You have no idea how long I've been waiting to do this. So that was just so nice. He was so lovely and forward. Like, he's obviously slow, but like, it was so nice to actually ride him, and it felt like there was no issues. He was so lovely, calm and relaxed, and here I am cantering him very, very fast up this hill, and he was nice and soft and in between my legs, so like, couldn't ask for anything better.
So did a couple of trots and a couple of canters and no head flicking. He obviously likes his mask. Woo woo boy! So promising with Perky. So what we did differently is that I went out, we were riding at like 7, so we went out, hopped on him. It wasn't very bright, which is the main thing, but he also had his hat. He had his sunglasses on, which is what I thought triggered yesterday, because it looked like he was like hiding his head. And then on top of that, last night I upped up his dosages. You have to fiddle the dosages to figure out what works best with your horse. So I probably haven't quite got it right, so I've just upped it up a little bit, and that was good results. So, surely that was so nice. Hey.
So guess what we're doing? I'm doing cross-country jumping on Ruby. So they're just our cross-country jumps that are set up at home. But can we please admire how much Ruby has improved since last week? And I only changed one thing, and that is asking her to go more forward and straight. And she just automatically just softened up and just came into my hands. Like, it was so nice. It's just funny how one little difference in my training made such a massive difference. The more and more I ride this mare, the more and more I fall in love with her. So the one thing I'm struggling, well, not struggling, but like working on with Ruby is that she doesn't have a no answer, but she will run out if I don't have her between my legs. So anything that's skinny at the moment, I'm not really attempting because I don't want to encourage her to stop. But she is such a lovely jumper. Once I've got her up and through my legs, she was just so lovely to jump. I obviously have a few hairy moments because I'm still learning to ride with her. But once I got my mini canter going and just letting her bowl along, she was so lovely to jump, and I just let herself figure it out. But so happy with her. Couldn't expect her to be any better. So that was a good first cross-country jumping.
Now that was fun. Couldn't have asked anything better for Ruby. It's funny because like watching if you think about what my schooling was like last week compared to this week, I did a lot of reading on schooling on young horses, and the one thing I was found is that the first two things is straightness and forwardness. So I didn't bother about the head today or any of the rhythm. I literally just went forwardness, and she has been so much better because she's engaging that hind ends, and if you're sitting properly and light in the hands, that has come down into you. So pretty happy about that. So I'm just coming in to have something to eat now. I like to have something to eat in between riding because you want to be like putting your best self forward rather than being hungry and tired and making wrong decisions. Then I'm going to go out and do lots of trotting because trotting is my weak point and I need to get better at it. Especially what I've been doing in my pastime when I turn off my phone, I've been writing down schooling up young horses, and at the moment I've literally only been focusing on the first steps, which is straight, forward, and then into rhythm. So that's the goals at the moment, nothing more. So I'm currently out here on Hamlet, who's a bit excited. So I'm literally just out here trying to get my 10,000 hours in. So I was saying before, one of the things I struggle with the most is literally trotting, and it's purely just because I'm just not strong enough. And the way to do it, use my old ponies who don't care. And they always say if you can ride a pony, you'll be fine to ride anything. I was wondering if you were coming to join me. Surviving at the moment, so he's very excited. I can definitely already tell from like literally even just like a couple of weeks how much better my seat is. And also I did a lot of reading of getting the perfect seat and strengthening the seat, and even just from like the last couple of days from reading that, I feel way more secure. And it just didn't help that Hamlet loves to rush around and he thinks he has to chase Rusty. So lots to work on, but definitely getting better. Yeah, he's gonna come flying up here. He just rocks up my horse. Good. I'm just bringing Mr. Perkins in, who's taking an awful long time to walk behind me. So I'm just bringing Perky in. Just gonna do some lunging with him. Not much lunging, because he's still he knows how to lunge, I don't. So I'm just trying to learn to teach him to lunge again and for him not to take the mickey out of me. I'm gonna start lunging him to help him build up his back, because he's got a really weak back. So I need to build that up, and lunging is probably the best way to do it. So I've got Perky here with his lunging gear, and like what I'm only aiming for, I'm not doing much today, I just want to aim for him to be walking outside the circle away from me, being calm and paying attention. I'd be happy if he did that, because last time I did it he ran away from me, so let's see what he does. Come. Good boy, that was promising. I'm currently out with Miss Ruby and babysitter Ham, and I just want to take Ruby for a good walk and help her relax, and also maybe go for a little trot and canter, but focus on keeping it relaxed, calm and forward with her, and that's all I want. Don't expect big things today, as I'd be happy that she learns to go where I ask her to go without any arguments, but nice and quietly from my behalf. Good girl. Lovely and relaxed. Good girl. So that's the end of week 3's vlog. I hope you guys like it. It would be awesome if you guys could comment the sections you like the most and what you want to see the most of, because obviously I'm still improving on YouTube, and hope you enjoy. See you next time.